Mondays. All right, here we are. We're here. We made it. Um, so not to bring my stuff into yoga, but I'm bringing my stuff into yoga because for a purpose. But so I've been sharing that my husband, for the first time in 25 years, has left the corporate world, is not working right now. So that's huge. And he's in my house, and that's huge. So that's something. Uh-huh. And my son, who's supposed to be leaving for college next spring, what day is it? I think he's got 3 days before commitment day. Doesn't know where he wants to go yet. Still waiting to hear from 2 different schools. He's got into a bunch of schools, but keeps changing his mind. And yeah, applied somewhere a week and a half ago again because, okay, sure, why not? Let's do that, you know. But just lots of big things in my life feel very, you know, and then just, you know, like you turn on the news or the TV and it's like a completely different radical story. I'm not talking politics. It's just, I think we can all agree that there's a new story every day, and it just feels like there's not a lot that's grounded in my life right now. And so in these moments, you know, and the reason I'm sharing it is because, you know, for me, what that brings up for me is this sense of just vulnerability, of being, of the not knowing, you know, the not knowing what's coming next. And, you know, of course, in reality, we're always not knowing. We have no idea. My best friend was in a car accident last night. She didn't know she was going to get plowed with a car, and what, you know, like, you don't know. In the space of a moment, you don't know what's coming. But there are definitely times where we feel more grounded and more settled than others. But the reason I bring it into yoga is to say that, you know, these practices that we do on the mat are not to absolve us of our human emotions around whatever's happening. They're not going to do that. I'm sorry if you thought that that was going to be a thing, because it's not a thing. But what happens is when we practice sitting with what is, when we practice sitting with whatever's showing up, that uncertainty or the not knowing, or maybe you're having a great day and you're feeling really strong and really settled, sit with that too, for God's sake, please sit with that, you know, if that's what's coming up, be with it. You know, because we do that too. We sabotage ourselves. You know, we're like, oh, everything feels good. Something's going to happen. You know, no, just feel good. Like, just be there, you know, do that. Because, you know, the teaching of yoga is the sort of highest level teaching of yoga says, you know, that all of this, all of life, all of our feelings, all of our thoughts, all of our emotions, they all come from one source, you know, and you cannot numb out these ones over here that don't feel good and then expect to just feel these ones over here. It's not how it works. When you numb one, you numb them all. So Brene Brown talks about this really beautifully. This is the sort of core of her work, is vulnerability. And she says, vulnerability is the core of shame, fear, struggle, and the search for worthiness. I can definitely say I'm feeling all of those things. It is also the birthplace of joy, connection, belonging, and love. We numb vulnerability, but when we do that, we numb everything. So it's this idea that by embracing, you know, it's sort of like a paradox, you know, that by embracing the stuff that doesn't feel as good, it's the gateway to the stuff that feels better. And our practice, we call this, what we do on the mat, a practice. We don't call it a performance or a, you know, right? It's a practice. And what are we practicing? We are practicing sitting with what is, sitting with the uncertainty, sitting with the mystery, sitting with the joy, sitting with the, whatever it is, right? Whatever is arising, because it's all part of the gift of embodiment. Sometimes doesn't feel as much like a gift. But when we can shift the perspective to say, okay, this is just, you know, it's not a linear process, you know, it's a circular process. And it's a wave-like process, you know, and so this is what's arising now, and then something else is going to arise later. And when we can just be with that, without fighting it, without resisting it, with a sense of acceptance, we move through it a little bit quicker. So I'm hoping we don't need to move through whatever you're feeling today quicker. I'm hoping you're feeling good. But if there is any moment of uncertainty or vulnerability or that openness, you know, that you might be feeling, my invitation to you is, let this be the hour that you just sit with it. You know, let this be the hour that you get a little more comfortable with anything in your life that feels uncomfortable, to just be with it, to hold space for it to be. And in doing that, just give yourself this gateway into wholeheartedness. To live wholehearted means you're feeling all the things. We're not numbing down some and only trying to feel these other ones. It doesn't work. I wish it did. I mean, it would be great if it did, but it doesn't. So that's what we'll do. That's the invitation. Sit up nice and tall. Close your eyes. Take a few breaths. The other thing we can do in our practice is to anchor ourselves into what does feel grounded. Because even when there's very little that feels grounded, there's always something. There's always some way to feel settled. And whether that's just a deep breath or a sense of feeling your body in space, sensing your feet or your legs or your hips on the floor, feeling an inner strength, or any way that you have to self-soothe and self-settle, so that even amidst vulnerability in the outside world, you can feel steady in your heart. So take a few more breaths to just steady yourself inwardly, connect your awareness inwardly. So that then as you bring your hands to your heart, you lift your heart and open it out wide, you have a sense that you can do that opening from a place of safety and a place of strength. You can be open to what's arising within you and around you. And the reason we come together to practice is that we remember we don't have to be in it alone, that we come together in community, we can lean on each other, we can lean on our support systems to help us through. So we'll chant 3 ohms together to start, and as you're chanting, see if you can just be aware of hearing the sound as a support, as a call out of support from those in the room, and take it in. Take in that sense of just belonging and community and being together in whatever we are feeling today. If you'd like to join for 3 ohms, take a deep breath. Bow your head to your heart. And as you're ready, release your hands. Open your eyes. Okay, let's start in tabletop. We're going to start on hands and knees. So if you need padding under your knees, you can open up your blanket, put your knees on your blanket. And then just take a minute, take some time to set up the foundation of your pose, to feel really grounded in your hands. So spread your hands out nice and wide. Spread out your fingers. Have your pointer and middle finger, peace sign fingers, pointing straight ahead, so the crease in your wrist looks even and parallel with the top edge of your mat. Make your arms feel strong, so tone the muscles of your arms. And then let your shoulder blades soften onto your back a little bit, so your heart just softens and opens up a little bit more from that sense of stability in your arms and your fingers. Let your heart just open a little bit, the front of your chest. And then just start to circle your hips around. Make little circles to start. And then as you start to warm up a little bit, feel a little looser, more open, just let the circles get bigger. Keep your finger pads gripping down as you come forward, so the weight is more in the fingers than in the wrists. And then sweep your hips around the other way, so go opposite direction, so circle the other way. And just connect breath, movement. Oh, sorry, that was not the song I thought I was playing. There we go. Sorry, there we go. All right, and then next time your hips come back towards your heels, sit back, child's pose. Take your hips back to your heels. Yeah, knees wide apart, arms out in front, child's pose. That's it. Let your hips get heavy on the floor. Stretch your arms out in front. Yeah, I forgot to say the most traumatic thing of all. I got a new phone. Don't get a new phone, you guys. Just don't do it. Holy cow. Like, as if things were not unsettled enough. Then a new phone, holy gosh, I can't. That's been the most trauma. All right, keep your hips back and low. Walk your hands over to the right. Stack your left hand on top of your right hand. If that bothers your shoulders, you can keep your hands separated, of course. Keep your left hip pulling back. Good, walk through center over to the other side. Breathe deeply. You can go right hand on top of left hand if that feels comfortable. Walk back to center. Back to tabletop. Again, set your hands really well, carefully, mindfully. Grounding your fingers, grounding the outside rim of your hand so the wrist feels a little lighter. Tuck your right toes, stretch your right leg behind you, straight. Toes on the mat for a calf stretch. That's it, toes down. Then push evenly through the big toe side of your foot and the pinky toe side of your foot. Push back into your heel. Firm the muscles in your thigh, so your quadricep muscle. Feel the muscles around your kneecap toning a little bit, the back of the knee opening up. Keep the muscles between your shoulder blades a little bit firm. Then shift forward, lift your toes up off the mat. Good, stretch your leg out really long. Keep the muscles firming the calf muscle, the thigh muscle. And then on your next inhale, take your left arm out in front, thumb facing up. Lift from your inner armpit, and then sweep your belly up towards your spine. That's it. Connect into a sense of surety inside of yourself. Take one more breath here, and then exhale, take the hand down, take the knee down. Left leg back, tuck your toes. Push evenly through inner edge, outer edge. So notice the heel for many of us likes to sort of drop to the side, right? So keep pushing through the big toe side of your foot. And then firm the leg muscles. Firm around the kneecap. Open up the back of your knee. Keep your fingers gripping down, shift forward, toes up, legs still strong. Good. Right arm up when you're ready, thumb up. Lift from your inner thigh and your inner armpit. Sweep your belly up towards your spine. Connect arms and legs. Feel like you're pulling in towards the center line of the body. Exhale, take your hand down, take your knee down. Good, drop your elbows down. And just do some wrist squeezes, so make a fist. And then open your fingers. And just take a few pulses like that. We're going to work with this action of drawing the right and left sides of the body together. So if you imagine you have an imaginary line that divides your body into right side and left side, we call it the midline of the body. And we're going to work with pulling into the midline as a way to help keep us steady, feeling steady and strong in a vulnerable world. So come back up to tabletop. Set your hands, spread your fingers, get steady in your hands, arms strong. And then just have this sense that you're squeezing arms and legs gently towards each other. So you're pulling in towards the midline. You might even feel your pelvic floor and your low belly lift a little as you do that. Take your right leg behind you one more time. And then you could do this with just the leg. If you want to challenge yourself and take the arm out, left arm out in front, you can do that as well. So you can do just the leg or the arm and the leg. And then on an exhale, we're going out to the side. So left elbow left, right knee right. Bend your knee and your elbow. And then inhale and stretch out. And if it's too much with the arm, too wobbly, just put the hand down and do the leg. Exhale, elbow to side, knee to side. Yes. Inhale, stretch back out. Keep that connection to the center line of the body. Do one more. Knee side to the side, elbow to the side. Good. Extend it out long and drop your hand and your knee down. Very good. Left leg extend back. Extend your left leg back behind you. Toes off the mat. You can keep your right hand on the mat, or you can take your right arm out in front of you. That's it. On an exhale, knee to side, elbow to side. Inhale, extend out. And just like that, couple more. Knee to side, elbow to side, and extend out. And one more time. Knee out, elbow out, and extend out long. Reach out, stretch out. Good. Then hand down and knee back down. Great. Walk your knees back behind your hips now. So come to a longer tabletop. And then tuck your toes under. Keep your finger pads gripping down, your arms strong, and lift your knees and your hips up into a wide dog pose. So go wide with your feet here. Yeah, like as wide as your mat. And then bend your knees like you're doing a squat. And so your knees are going to drop down, but what I really want you to do is pull your hips back. Like imagine I had a strap right at the top of your thighs and I was pulling your hips back behind you. Yes, like that. And then press your legs a little straighter, stretch your heels down, and then do that again, a squat. Hips back, knees bent, hips back, hips back, hips back. That's it. And then press your legs straight, or straightish. And then one more, bend. Yes. And then straighten. Good. Drop your knees back down. Okay, take your blanket and roll it up. Make a blanket roll. So I like to open it and roll it. You get a little bit of a tighter roll that way. So I open it once and then I roll the fringe in just so you're not getting tickled with fringy stuff. Doesn't really matter. That's just a personal preference of, yeah. So make a nice tight roll. Okay, and then we're gonna put the blanket roll here, behind the back of your knees. You guys, I can't see you. I'm in the wrong setting. There we go. So blanket's gonna go behind the back of the knees. Yeah, okay, then come back to tabletop. So hands can come back down. And then your toes are gonna be untucked. So tops of the feet on the floor, unless that's excruciating. You could also put a blanket under your ankles. Like if your ankles feel very tight, you could put another blanket under there. We're gonna sit back onto the blanket roll. Walk your hands closer to your knees, and then you're just gonna do a little wiggle. You're gonna massage out your calf muscles with the blanket. So like that. So if the sensation is not too much, you can really sit up onto your legs. Yep, you're just sitting on the blanket. But that can be pretty intense. So if you want to do it with hands on the floor, do it with hands on the floor. And then you're just shifting. Is it your ankles bothering you? No, just trying to just get it in the right spot? Okay, that's fine. And just a little wiggle. We're going to move it down. We're going to sort of shift it down as we go. So start with it up as high as you can. And it's not going to stay there. That's okay. But you feel how it's massaging into your calves a little bit. Yep. So you're just doing a little rock side to side. Yep, just like that. And often my cue to you is don't let gravity, don't collapse into gravity, but let gravity help you here. Let gravity pull your hips down and really massage out the back of your calves. All right, shift forward a little and then slide the blanket down a little bit and then keep going. You got two muscles in your calf, an outer one, a superficial one, and a deeper one. So when we go lower, we get into that deeper one, the soleus, out of the gastrocs a little bit. Yep. That's good. Just a little wiggle, massage. Yep. Are you wiggling, Ann? No? Is it too much? Are you doing a little wiggle? Do a little massage. Are you doing a little? Yeah, a little wiggle. Wiggle more. There you go. Massage out. Is that okay? Does that feel like too much? Yes, right, exactly. Welcome to yoga. Like bruises where you're like, wait, how did I get a bruise there? Oh yeah, yoga. Or for me, rock climbing sometimes. Okay, then back a little bit more. So as you get towards your Achilles, just be mindful. You don't want to put, if the weight feels like too much, keep more weight in your hands. It's okay to put a little weight there and to massage out those tissues, but you just want to do it with a little bit more awareness. And if you're feeling any nervy sensation, like pinching or like radiating sensation, then move the blanket back up. That's not a good sign. We don't want nerve sensation. We just want muscle and tendon release. Okay. Do your calves and ankles feel open? All right, come forward. Set your mat over to the side. I keep saying mat because we did this with rolled up mats the other day. Your blanket over to the side. Good, and then prepare again for downward facing dog. So spread out your fingers. Come to a long tabletop. So a lot of space between hands and knees, and then lift up and back. And you can come to a narrower stance now, so feet a little closer. And then just feel how opening up the lower legs, the heels can come a little lower. Maybe you feel an opening even into the back of your pelvis a little bit, into the back of your spine. Everything's connected. When you open up one thing, everything opens up. When we open up to vulnerability, we open up to joy, love, connection. That's just how it works. Walk yourself forward, either hands to feet or feet to hands, whatever is easier. Land into your feet and come on all the way up. Reach up and stretch up tall. And exhale, let your arms release down. Okay, good. Move to the front of your mat. Have blocks in front of you. I lost a block somewhere along the way. Have 2 blocks in front of you. All right. Come to Tadasana, so feet to parallel. Inner big toe is a little closer than the inner heel. Center of the ankle lined up with the second toe. Make your legs steady and strong. And then just feel in both feet, just like we did with the hands. Let's just consciously set the foundation of the pose here. So feel, lift and spread your toes. So lift your toes off the mat for a moment. Lift them up. Yep, that lifts the arch a little bit. And then you can feel the base of your toes there. So now root down to the base of your big toe, your inner heel, the base of your pinky toe, and your outer heel, evenly and equally. So it's the 4 corners of the feet, as we say. Root down evenly through all 4. Then put your toes back down without gripping your toes. So your toes are down, and that's like an additional grounding through the toes, but they're not gripping into the mat. And just feel your feet on the earth. So in moments of uncertainty, of ungroundedness, even just doing that, feel your feet on the earth. That can be a really powerful thing to do. Make your legs nice and strong, and then inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky, reach up. As you exhale, hinge forward. You've got blocks here if you need them. Hinge from your hips, hands to floor or to blocks, either way. Notice if the weight shifted forward or back on your feet, and again, just feel the 4 corners, all 10 toes pressing down evenly. And then bend your knees here and step your right leg all the way back to the back of your mat for lunge. Be on your toes. If you're using blocks, just bring your blocks back so they're in line with your front foot. Yeah, you don't want them out in front like this. You want them in line. That's it. And you can have the blocks at any height. There's 3 heights. You can have your hands on the floor if that works. Any option works. Okay, now feel the front foot on the floor, really steady and strong. Lengthen your spine, look forward. And then as you exhale, dip your back knee down towards the floor, and then press it back up. Good. And then dip it down. The front leg stays steady and strong, grounded. And then press the back knee back up. And do a couple more just like that. Bend the knee and press it out straight. And last one. Good. Press that leg out straight. Bend into your front knee a little deeper. If you feel steady, take your hands to your front thigh. If that doesn't feel steady, keep your hands on the mat. Squeeze your legs towards each other. So that midline connection of scissoring the legs in, that helps with the balance. Move your shoulders back, over your hips, lengthen through your spine, up through the crown of your head. Good. As gracefully as you can. Hands back down to the mat. Step forward with your back foot. Fold over your legs, hands on blocks if you need them there. You want your hands resting into something so that your arms are taking some of the weight of your upper body and not just your spine taking the weight. Lengthen your spine. Come on all the way up. Reach and stretch up tall. Exhale, draw your hands to your heart. Feel your feet on the earth. Ground yourself in what helps you to feel steady in uncertain times. Hope you're not feeling uncertain times today, but whether you are or you aren't, that action of just feeling your feet on the earth helps you to feel steady wherever you are. On your next inhale, circle your arms up, reach up, hinge from your hips, fold over. Good. Bend your knees and step your left foot way back. Yep. Feel your right foot just steady, grounded. That's not going to move. The front knee is not going to move. We're going to dip the back knee down and then press it back up. And then dip it down, spine nice and long, shoulders back, press it up, dip it down, yep, press it up, and one more, dip, and press. Good, scissor your legs in, squeeze in, take your hands to your front thigh, or stay hands on the block, that's totally fine. Pull your right heel towards your right sit bone a little more powerfully, firing up that right hamstring, draw your shoulders back, take a breath. Are you breathing? Breathing helps too. All right, exhale, slowly release back down. Okay, step forward to the front of your mat. Uttanasana. Let your neck spill over. Bend your knees and come to a more restful standing pose. So rest your belly on your thighs. Let your elbows hang, let your head hang. Shake it a little, no, shake it a little, yes. Let your neck soften and release. Good, then lengthen your spine, come on all the way up. Reach up, stretch up. And exhale, let your arms release. Okay, next thing we're gonna do with the blanket, a little abdominal stuff. So put the blanket like this across your mat. Okie dokie. So you want the blanket really like underneath the bottom tips of the shoulder blades. So like upper middle back, let's say that. And then you're gonna have your hands behind your head. So your head is resting back into your hands. Your feet underneath your knees, so knees are bent to start. Okay, now take your elbows out wide and do this with me. Before you let your head come back towards the floor, do a little fake cough. Like, yeah, feel what happens in your belly when you do that. Good. So do that cough like you're coughing your belly back and then hold it. Not so much that you're restricting breath, but that very deepest layer, the transverse abdominis, stays on board. So cough the belly back and then keep that sense of it pulling back, but press your head back towards the floor and your elbows out wide so you're getting a stretch into your upper chest. Yeah, across the front of your chest. Take one more breath here. Good. On your next exhale, bring your elbows in and do a crunch. Pull your navel to your spine. Then inhale. Keep the belly pulling back. Let your head come back towards the floor. Exhale. Lift up. Inhale. Lower down. And if your head comes to the floor, fine. And if it doesn't, that's fine. Either way, exhale, crunch up. Push the back ribs into the blanket. Inhale and lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. All right, good. And then sit all the way up for a moment. Keep it there. We're going to do a couple more things. I'm just going to show you. So the next one, I just want to give your back a break for a second. Next one is this. So we're going to go shoulders up, knees up, shoulders down, feet down, shoulders up. So that's the sequence. And I want you to have this sense of that coughing the belly back. So when you do that little cough, it activates your transverse abdominis. You should still be able to breathe well, but there's a toning that happens there. Yeah? Okay, so lay back over your blanket again, hands behind your head, supporting your neck. Your hands are just there for support. They're not pulling your head up. Let your abdominals pull your head up. Okay, on your next exhale, lift your head, then lift your knees. Feet up, then head back down on the inhale, toes tap down. Exhale, lift head, lift knees. Inhale, head down, feet down, just like that. Exhale, lift and lift. Inhale, lower and lower. And do 2 more. Exhale, lift and lift feet. Good, then lower upper body and lower lower body. Last one, lift and lift, and then lower shoulders and then feet. Okay, rest for a minute. And then we're gonna, yeah, you can sit up if you need to, if it's a lot for your back. You can also unroll it a little, you know, if it feels like it's too intense on your back, you don't have to roll it up so high. Okay, then we're just gonna reverse the order. So it's gonna look like this. Your head and shoulders will be down, and it's gonna be exhale, lift the feet, lift the head, lower the feet, lower the head. So same thing, just backwards. Lift the feet, lift the head, lower the feet, lower the head, just like that. Knees up, head up, feet down, head down. Couple more. Feet up, head up, feet down, head down. Do one more. Feet, head, feet down, head down. Good. Then scoot yourself up just a smidge more. See if you can get your shoulders to the floor over the blanket. So scoot yourself up a little bit, a little more of a passive stretch now. Butt on the floor, shoulders on the floor, if you can. If it's too intense, make the roll a little lower. Yeah, so arms above. Yeah, you can unroll it a little. It's a lot, right? Yeah, it's a lot. It's a thoracic spine opener. Okay, so you can have knees bent and feet on the floor. Still have that sense of coughing your ribs back. Right? So the front ribs are pressing down, the back ribs are pressing into the blanket, and you're just letting your shoulders and your head feel heavy. Your elbows feel heavy. Yeah. Don, can you go hips down, or is it just too much? It's okay. Yeah, if it's too much, yeah. All right, take one more breath, right where you are. Okay, roll off to your side. Yep, bend your knees, roll over, and you can come on up. All right, set the blanket, I keep saying it, blanket over to the side, and then swing your legs around. We're coming back into downward facing dog. So once again, set your hands, widen out between hands and knees, lift up and back, downward facing dog. Good. And then just take a slow walk forward, Uttanasana, forward bend. And inhale, come on, all the way up. Reach up and stretch up. And exhale, just let your arms come by your sides. Okay, if you unrolled your roll, roll it back up. And then put it like this. Okay, and we're gonna do a little balance beam exercise. If you wanna go by a wall, you can go by a wall. So we're going to use the mat as a balance beam. We're going to step on and step forward and step forward and step off. And then we're going to go backwards. We're going to step backwards and backwards and backwards and off. And do a couple like that. So if you want to move it closer to a wall, you can move it closer to a wall. So keep that sense of coughing the ribs back. Spine line, you can go arms out to the sides. That helps a little bit. Yep, do a little walk. Step off the front, and then do back. Step back, step back, step back, and off. Okay, all right, enough of that. Balance beam. All right, take your blanket out in front now. So kick it forward, bring it across your mat this way. Put your blocks in front of you. Let's say put your blocks in front of the blanket, let's say it like that. Okay, then step up with your feet, go about hip distance apart, step your toes onto the blanket roll. Yeah. And then see if you can still have this sense of smushing into the blanket with the base of the toes and smushing your heel into the mat. If you need to have your knees a little soft, that's okay. Make your legs as strong as you can. So feel like you're creating a sturdiness around your knees. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Good. And then hinge forward. Squish the mat, the blanket, with your toes. Hinge forward and come all the way down into forward bend. So here's where you may want your blocks. You can put hands on the blanket. You can take your blocks up higher if you need to. Good. Then lean forward into the blanket. Push the base of the toes down. Push your toes down. Push your heels down. Yeah. Press your legs as straight as you can. Open up the back of the knees as much as they will open up. Yep. Be gentle, be kind to yourself, but let them open up. Opening up isn't always comfortable, whether it's, feeling feelings or hamstring muscles, whatever it is, and that's what we practice on the mat. How can we just sit with the opening, sit with what is? All right, bend your knees a little bit. Take your hands to your hips. Lengthen your spine, come on up. Okay, now you're going to keep your right toes on the blanket. You're going to step your left foot back. Yeah. So have a little bit of space right to left between your feet. That's it. And then pivot your hips. Turn your left hip to face forward. So if you need to turn your toes in a little more to do that, do that. Okay, squish the mat like you're stepping on the gas pedal with your right foot. Make your legs straight and strong. With your hands on your hips, slide your elbows back behind you. Good. Tone your belly, open across the front of your shoulders. Yes, very good. Then hinge right at your right hip. Hinge forward. Hinge forward. Good. Keep digging in the base of the toes into the blanket. Feeling the four corners of the feet grounded, even though it feels a little wobbly, this pose, right? Squeeze your legs in more. When you hit resistance, take a breath. Keep your heart open. And then hands down to blocks or blanket or floor, whatever you can reach. Let your head and your neck release. Yeah. Keep pushing your foot into the blanket. At the same time, draw your outer right hip back in space a little bit. Take 2 more deep breaths here. Connect to a sense of wholeheartedness, a steadiness in breath, a steadiness in your feet that keeps you feeling grounded in a vulnerable world. All right, step forward with your back foot. You can step off the blanket and then come on up. And we'll switch sides. Left foot onto the blanket, just the toes. Right foot back. Again, whatever angle works for you with that back leg, but we want the right hip to pivot forward. So the right hip is facing front. Hands on hips. Good. Slide your thumbs towards each other behind you. Squeeze your elbows in behind you. Lift up through your chest, your collarbones. So without sacrificing feeling the belly splay forward, the belly stays strong, just let your heart open up. Good. Then keeping the legs squeezing in, hinge forward. Keep the elbows lifting as long as you can. Shoulders lifting as long as you can. Hinging right at the right hip. That's it. Then hands to blocks or blanket or floor, whatever you can reach. Keep stepping on the blanket, smushing the blanket with your foot. Pressing your heel into the mat. Feeling grounded in your back foot. Take 1 more breath here. Bend your front knee. Step forward with your back foot, step off your mat. Inhale, come on up. Reach up and stretch up. And exhale, just let your arms float down by your sides. Okay, now move your mat back here. Your blanket, sorry, I keep saying. I did it all the whole last class also. Okay, so now we're going to put the back foot on it. So step your right heel up. Turn your right foot out. So we're coming to warrior 1. Your right leg is going to be your back leg. So I'm just showing for the video and so you can see. So my heel is on the blanket. My toes are on the floor and my foot's at a little bit of an angle turned out. If it's too high, unroll your blanket a little bit. Okay. Then you're going to step your left foot forward. Take a few steps forward so you're in a long stance. Yeah, that's it. Press the toes into the floor, press the heel into the blanket, right leg. Then press evenly into the the left foot in front of you and pull your left heel towards your left sit bone so your hamstring fires up a little bit. That's it. Dig your heel into the blanket. Yeah, good. Now roll your shoulders back a little more. Bring your shoulders over your hips, lengthen up through the crown of your head. Yeah, you can go arms out to the sides for balance, or you can go arms up overhead if you feel steady where you are. Push that back heel into the blanket. Pull your left heel into your sit bone. Take one more breath. Good. Release your hands. Step forward. Okay, good. Other foot. Is this making it more wobbly or less wobbly? Good. It releases the calf a little bit and lets you get your heel down a little more, but of course it's a smushy surface, so that can make it a little more interesting, let's say. Let's use that word, interesting. Hips face forward. Left heel into the blanket, toes on the floor. Bend your right knee by pulling your right heel towards your right sit bone. Good. Move shoulders back over hips. Lengthen through the crown of your head. You can go arms to the sides. You can go arms overhead. That's it. Push that back heel down. Left heel into the blanket. Pull your right heel into your hips. Stretch up tall through your spine. Lovely, you guys. Release your hands. And step forward. Okay, good. Take a little march out. I like the crossover march. Okay. Warrior 3. We're not going to use the blanket for this, so you can just kind of kick it back. Work a little balance here. I think left foot was forward first, right? So let's go left foot forward first. So come to a short little baby lunge. So a little bit of space front to back. I want you to think about your left foot. So feel the four corners of that foot. Spread out your toes. Place your toes down. Make your left leg feel really strong. So tone the muscles. Squeeze to the midline. Lean forward so that you're sort of on a diagonal from your right heel all the way to the crown of your head. And then bring your weight. Get really light on your back toes. Bring all your weight into your left foot without gripping the toes. Float up your right leg, any amount, maybe an inch or two, maybe up high. Stretch your right leg out straight. If you can, stretch your left leg out straight. Stretch your spine, stretch the crown of your head, and then stretch your arms straight back behind you. Energize your arms, lift them up a little bit. Okay, good. Bring that right foot back down. Nice, you guys. Very good. Little baby lunge, second side. Right foot is forward, left foot is back. Hands on hips to start. Feel your right foot on the floor. Bend into your right knee and lean forward. So it's like we're leaning forward with faith, out into the mystery, out into the discomfort with faith. That even if we fall, we'll get back up. Float those back toes up. Straighten out the back leg. Let that leg lift you. Instead of being dead weight pulling you down, lift it. Energize it. Push into your right foot. Straighten your right leg as much as you can. From your pelvis, extend to the crown of your head. Good. Then last breath, if you can get your arms straight back behind you, lifting up. Beautiful. And then release that foot back down. Okay, do a little march. Okay, back to the blanket, guys. Are you never going to want to see a yoga blanket again? We're going heels up again. Again, if you need to make the blanket lower. We're going to come into squat now. This actually should hopefully make it a little easier, your squat. So hip distance, you could go wider if you need to, but at least hip distance apart. Let's go arms in front. Zombie arms, shoulders back. Good. Now bend your knees just a little bit. Squeeze your legs towards each other. And then press back up. Straighten your legs. Bend your knees. Squeeze your legs together. Sit a little lower. Poke your butt back, just like we did in dog pose. Stick your butt back. Then come up. And then go a little lower. Squeeze your legs in. Squeeze your legs in. And then come on back up. And then go as low as you can, whatever that is for you. So if it's here, land here. If it's here, land here. Wherever you can land into it, and then bring your elbows to your inner knees. Yep, or on top of your thighs is fine too. Squeeze your legs in. Broaden your collarbones out. That's it. Drop your tailbone down, but lift through your breastbone. Yeah, there you go. Take 3 deep breaths right where you are. Sitting into whatever it is you're feeling. Maybe it's a delicious stretch and you feel really good. Maybe this is like the hardest thing you've ever done in your life. Whatever you're doing, breathe where you are. Yeah, it's cranky. It is not a happy knee pose. All right, stretch your legs out straight. You can step off your blanket and come on up. Yeah, so it might be better to just stay up a little higher, like this, like up here instead of closing the knees down. Yeah, it is a little gentler on the knees, up a little higher. Okay, Step off your blanket so it can stay there, but step off it, feet closer together. Hands on your hips. Bend your knees, poke your hips back. Bring your weight to your right foot. Squeeze your legs together. So notice as you shift over, the hip wants to go out, right? So squeeze it in, squeeze the legs together. Come up on your left tippy toes. And then kick your heel to your butt and then tap it down. Right knee stays bent. Kick your heel to your butt, squeeze your legs together. Tap it down. Kick your heel to the butt. Squeeze your legs. Good. Keep that right knee bent. Squeeze, kick butt, and down. And last one, kick butt, and down. Okay, plant your feet, stretch your legs straight, take a breath. Second side. Bring your weight to your left foot without letting your hip shift out to the side. So tone those your outer glute muscles, draw the buttocks in, bend your knees, hips back. Up on the right tippy toes, heel to butt, and tap. Heel to butt, and tap. That's it. Nice, you guys. Heel to butt, and tap. Last two, heel to butt, and tap. Squeeze your legs together. Heel to butt, and tap. Was that the last one? I think that was the last one. Okay, good. Press your feet down, and come on up. Okay, good. Open up your blanket. Put your knees on your blanket so you could fold it, open it up and fold it in half, like how we take it off the pile. So you have a little padding for your knees. We're going to do a camel pose. I'm going to show you some options for your camel pose. So let's do the first one like this. Sorry, you guys. It's pollen. It's very tickly. Take the block between your upper inner thighs. Get it up high. Squeeze it. Yeah, get up as high as you can. Squeeze it in. Good. So narrow your knees as much as you can to get a really good squeeze on your block. Okay, and then have your toes tucked under behind you. Good. And hug your ankles in towards each other. Drop your tailbone towards the block. Tone your belly. Good. Now have that sense, and if you want to do the cough, you could do the cough. Cough the ribs back. Keep them back. Roll your shoulders back. Cough your ribs back. Roll your shoulders back. Lean back. Squeeze your block. Cough your ribs back. Roll your shoulders back. Squeeze your block. Cough your ribs back. Shoulders back. Hands can slide back behind you. Take one more. Squeeze the block. Ribs back. Shoulders back. Good. Inhale. Come on up. Okay. Sit for a moment. Then we're going to take this into a deeper pose. You can keep the block here. If you have low back stuff, this is helpful in keeping the low back out of it. It makes the legs work a little harder so the low back doesn't get involved. So you can do it this way. You can also, if you can't, so full classical pose, your hands go to your feet. Not everybody's hands reach their feet. You can put blocks next to you. You can put blocks next to you and you can do it this way. Okay, so any of those options, but we're going to do the same sort of sequence to get into it. So toes tucked. If you're using the block, squeeze the block. If you're not using the block, pretend you're squeezing a block. Cough your ribs back. Roll your shoulders back, head back. Cough your ribs back, squeeze your block. Ribs back, shoulders back. And then keep going until you can reach your feet or the blocks next to you. Yeah. Or go on to blocks. That's okay. Use the blocks. You can even go lower. You can even go lower with the blocks. Good. Ribs back, shoulders back, heart up. Good. Lengthen your neck. Press your head back behind you. Good. Inhale. Come on up. Okay. Come to tabletop. Do a little circle around. As we get older, we lose that curve in our spine. And even though I'm right there with you and feeling uncomfortable in the back bends, they're really important. So the harder that was for you, the more often you should be doing them. Sorry to break the news. Okay, come on to your back. Come on to your back. Come lay down. Have a block nearby. I'll just put on some quieter music for Shavasana. All right. So let's do a little supported bridge first. Bend up your knees. Feel your feet on the floor. Push your feet down into the floor. Bring your elbows in close to your body and press your upper arms down into the floor. Press your head down into the floor. And then grounded through shoulders and head and feet, lift your hips up any amount. Snuggle your shoulder blades together underneath you. Keep squeezing your legs in towards each other. Lift your hips a little higher. Then find your block. Slide it underneath your pelvis. Rest your pelvis onto the block. Can be at any height that feels good. Just let your pelvis land onto the block. You could stay here with feet on the floor, or if you like, you can stretch your legs to the sky for a gentle inversion. Whatever pose you're doing, keep a gentle hugging in of the legs, maintaining that midline connection, and just having this sense that you're weaving together, you're pulling together all the emotions that it is possible to feel. You're weaving yourself together into this just wholehearted being that lets yourself feel whatever comes up, whatever is arising. It's not to say, wallow in the suckiness of things. That's not a great way to be either. But the ironic thing is that once we acknowledge we're feeling crummy, once we acknowledge we're feeling helpless or lost or disempowered, it's a turn back towards the opposite. We don't stay there. We've got to acknowledge that we're feeling it to see our way out of it. Start to lower your feet to the mat. And once your feet feel grounded, lift your hips, slide your block to the side. Pull your knees up into your chest. Yeah, and you can do a little rocking here if that feels good on your spine, rolling legs around. And then keep pulling your right knee in, but stretch your left leg to the floor. Yeah, right knee in, left leg on the floor. You can just let it rest. That's it. Pull that right knee in really strong. And go out towards the armpit. If you looking for a deeper hip stretch, you can go out to the side a little bit. Then stretch your right arm over to the right. Hold your right knee in your left hand and draw it over into a twist. Yep, draw it over to the left. You got it. Let your right hip roll over your left hip. Keep your right shoulder heavy towards the floor, even as you're letting your right knee be heavy towards the floor on the other side. Inhale, bring that knee back up. Switch sides. Hug your left knee. Stretch out your right leg. Pull it in close. Again, out towards the armpit is fine if you want that deeper hip stretch. And the more you extend through your right leg and press your right thigh down, the deeper hip stretch you're going to get in the left leg. Yeah. Hold the knee in your right hand. Stretch your left arm over to the left. Draw the knee across the body. Twist the other way. Let your left hip move over your right hip. Press your left shoulder towards the floor and your right knee towards the floor at the same time. Good. Inhale, bring that knee back up. Hug both knees to the chest. And now begin to extend your legs out long for Shavasana. Separate your feet. Take your arms by your sides, turn your palms to the sky. And then just let your body deeply relax. Let your pinky toes drop towards the floor. Soften your calf muscles, your lower legs, your thighs. Soften through your hips and your pelvis. your belly. Relax the muscles in your chest and let your shoulders drop down into the mat. Relax the shoulders in your arms and your fingers. So the fingers and the hands feel relaxed. Soften your neck. Relax your jaw and your tongue. Corners of your eyes. Let your body feel supported and held by your mat, by the floor, by this community that holds and supports all of us on this path together. Let your breath guide you inwards to a steady, calm place inside yourself. And rest there deeply. Gently now, let your breath deepen. Allow yourself some small movements, allowing the body to stretch, move, reawaken gently. Bend up your knees, roll to your side. And slowly make your way back up to seated. We live in a world that wants to be perfect, ordered, certain. But life is none of those things. Brene Brown says, to live wholehearted means to embrace vulnerability, to recognize you're imperfect, wired for struggle, yet still worthy of love and belonging. Join your hands together in front of your heart. As you move out into the rest of the day, allow yourself to feel whatever it is you're feeling, to be with uncertainty and mystery, and just to know with faith that you will be held by those who hold you, by the universe itself. Let's end our practice together with an Om. If you'd like to join, take in a deep breath. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.